Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the portfolio. So, this market, you have to be very patient, man, because I don't believe that we are going to all time highs anytime soon. Why do I believe this? I believe this because, look, right, we're seeing a lot of weakness with with the big techs. We're seeing Google just reported earnings, and we just seen them hitting record numbers, high growth in their cloud business, but they keep increasing their capex, right? They announced they're going to increase their capex yet again, and obviously, um, the market is not liking that, man. They do not want these big Mag Seven companies to continue to increase their capex because it's obviously affecting how much money they're bringing in, and they're spending so much money they're starting to issue debt, right? These big companies. Obviously, Google was the first big company to announce earnings. Obviously, we're gonna see the next few companies, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, all report, I believe, this week and next week. They will all also most likely follow in line with what Google said, meaning they're all going to increase their capex as well, which means all these babies are probably going to drop even more. So they're not keeping the market up. And then, even with all these big tech companies increasing their capex, we're seeing all the beneficiary, like the people that the companies are benefiting from all this capex spend, like SanDisk, Micron. They're not even at 52-week highs, even with these companies increasing their capex, which is crazy, right? You would expect that, or Google is increasing their capex. All this money is going to go into memory chips, memory companies, semiconductor companies. Well, guess what? These ones are not even closer to all time highs. You're seeing Micron from 1,200 to like down 24%, right? And it looks like it's going to continue to go down even more. So you would expect these companies to be at all time highs, but they're not. They're actually going down. At least the past month, they're going down. So, do we see Micron going back to all time highs, even with all this good news that they're going to increase their capex, which means companies like Micron are going to be the ones that are getting all this money, yet this company is at $900 instead of 1,500. So this is not bringing the market up. This is actually bringing the market down. I think it's probably scarce because people are scared that we might actually be seeing maybe the last couple quarters in which they do increase capex, which means Micron might hit a peak soon, or already peaked out. And also, the war that's going on right now, that looks like it's actually escalating more than it's going down. Like the war, it doesn't look like it's going to be over anytime soon, right? So we're seeing that, which also is causing gas prices to go up. Inflation's going to go up because of that. So what does that mean? I mean, how much longer do we have for this war to end? Maybe 6 months, a year, 2 years. The longer this war goes on, the more inflation goes up, the more gas prices are up, right? So I'm saying we have to be very patient in this market because we may see a bunch of these stocks go down slowly for the next 6 months to a year. At least that's what I'm thinking. Because if I think the market will change once these big techs start cutting their capex. But this quarter is not going to happen. I don't know about next quarter. Maybe in the next year they'll start doing that. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they're actually even thinking about cutting capex. So we have to wait for the next quarter, right? So another three or 4 more months from now to see if they're gonna cut their capex. And even then, it might be like they might not cut it, but they might just stay in line. So it might be, like I said, at least 6 to 12 months before we see any big changes in the market. But for what I see, I am